In the bustling world of technology and connectivity, one trend stands out, gaining momentum and making waves in the fabric of modern communication. This trend, my dear listeners, is none other than podcasting.
Who do you think's winning right now, Kendrick or Drake?
I don't hate on London, but personally, I didn't love it. Food's not that good. I tried beans and toast.
Come on, what are you
come
doing
on,
to
stop
me
messing
here?
with me.
Show your phone, your wallpaper.
Let's not get.
Nah. Show it. It's literally. He didn't just do
I
this.
support Drake.
Nah, you got.
I'm a Drake fan. Yeah, no, I stand by that. I mean, I'm not gonna leave him in a time of distress, in a time where he's getting attacked, and we're gonna handle the allegations as they come. And people don't realize that too. This is not a nice. You don't do this when you're happy, bro. You do this when you're
talking.
fire. Undoubtedly go away. Drake has a 11-year-old daughter that no one knows about.
Hey guys, welcome back to Just Yakkin. Today we have somebody who has traveled all the way from Italy during an entire semester, and he's known on 4 different continents for good purposes, and they're lifetime long friend. I wouldn't really say he's like a lifelong friend.
To be.
Yeah, to be. But
Please welcome Mr. Michael Gallo.
Take a seat, throw on the headphones.
he's real smooth with it. He thinks.
Yeah. All right, let's get it going here. I've been meaning to get on here. I've been gone. No, it's my first weekend back.
You know, that was like one of the first things. You were over and you were like contacting me.
All
Just
right.
like, yo, bro,
Yeah.
I gotta
Podcast,
like.
First weekend back
podcast.
in the U.S.
So
Glad you could be here.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
let's start off. It's your first weekend back in the U.S. Where
Yeah.
were you all?
I was living in Italy. I was studying abroad in Italy since January.
Where
Really.
specifically?
In Rome. In my favorite city in Italy, and probably ever. It was Rome.
Hey, wait, what school did you go to there?
I was Loyola University Chicago as a campus there, and they have a connection with. They're both Jesuit, so that allowed us to go study abroad there. It was
Damn.
incredible though, and I know you guys have been asking a lot of questions, and I've been giving you little tidbits, but that's why we got podcasts here.
Yeah, I've been trying not to hear anything about it because I want to like save it all for the
want it
podcast.
all on
I'm
the
like,
podcast,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, let's hear about it there.
Yeah. I mean, so I lived in Rome, not quite in the center of the city, a little farther out. Not in right by everything, a little closer to the Vatican, St. Peter's Basilica there. But it was a quick ride into the city.
Did you see the Pope?
Yeah, I saw the Pope a couple times. Pope Frankie, Francesco, as they say. But
What do you think about the Pope? Just real quick.
you
You fan?
a solid guy. He's getting up there, man. He's getting old. He's not doing well. He does not move well. He's in a
So-
wheelchair when I saw him.
So
Really?
Justin actually did a
Yeah.
little project on him.
No way.
Yeah, if you check the personal, his personal Justin Neely, you'll see like a
Yeah.
podcast. We did like a little Pope reference video. We just
Okay.
talked about
Yeah,
like
we
his
called you
letter.
out. You said that you love the Pope and
That you
you're
met
s-
him.
Yeah,
Papa
you're so-
Francesco. I came
Yeah.
close to him, dude. He was
handshake or no handshake?
he don't really
Not
shake
that
many
close,
hands,
not
bro.
that
He's old.
close.
I mean, he was sick. He's been hospitalized a couple of times.
Damn.
You got to pray for the guy, man. He's getting
Where else,
old.
where
He's-
else did you head to? On your
Yeah,
trip?
so I mean, I traveled every single weekend, sometimes during the week. Spring break.
So you
was
just
a
like
long
bought a
week.
plane ticket and just went wherever?
Yeah, I mean,
Where's
it's-
the money?
Or
Where do
the
you get
train,
money
right?
for
Or the
that?
train.
trains inside Italy and plane outside Italy. But things are a lot cheaper there, especially if you book them in advance. I really didn't pay much to fly anywhere across Europe. It's not
Flights
expensive.
are huge there. Flights, I just know that going from like place in Europe to
Mhm.
place in Europe,
It's
so
quick.
much cheaper
It's
than
quick.
the U.S.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
yeah.
so much. Buy everything in advance at the start of the semester. You can head to a lot of these places for under $100. I mean, it's for trains, planes, getting around anywhere. Trains are obviously way better.
So you
over
just
there.
went for the weekend of these places?
You have, I only have class 4 days a week there. I only have class 4 days a week,
Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys have a
So
3-day
you could leave
weekend.
Thursday night. We left Thursday night for a couple weekends, I want to say, and then we had till Sunday night. I mean, I didn't have class till Monday at 12, so I could have even come back Monday morning if I wanted to.
Depending on where you were, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it depends when you get a flight, when you want to, when things work out, and sometimes you don't want to travel for that long, but you have to give each city what it deserves. So some cities they don't deserve that much.
Damn.
Not that they don't deserve it. I meant like you don't need that much time in a
to like
smaller-
really
Yeah.
see it all.
Do you want to
'cause
call out
it's-
those cities that you
Yeah,
want
no, I want to hear a couple.
No, I mean I have a personal,
I was like, Look at my IG if you want to see where I've been.
Plug the IG, Justin, right here. Dot underscore.
Bro, he wishes.
No ghost followers, though. Comment.
It'll be in the
follow, like.
comments.
It'll be bleeped. As he literally starts going over all his socials, and it'll all just be like, "Bzee."
Mike, what was one of those cities that you were like, okay,
I didn't
gotta
care
get the
for that
fuck
much.
out?
Honestly, overall, I didn't care for London that much. That was my personal opinion.
That's where I want to go.
Actually, crazy of it.
Dude, hit Italy, man. Hit Spain. Hit France. Hit. I don't hate on London, but personally, I didn't love it.
Just not one of the better ones.
Yeah, it's very expensive. We got to pay a 1.3 exchange rate,
Damn.
on top of the expensive stuff. The food's not that good. I tried beans and toast.
Not what it's hyped up to be. from
Yeah,
the
dude, I was
English.
hurting, bro. Oh my god, I was lean. Me and my roommate were sitting there, we're like, bro, we don't feel good,
Over the beans and toast.
dude. It's like the beans are some baked beans, no flavor to them, no salt, no pepper, bro. Just straight beans, bro.
That's
just
like one of
drowned.
their. That's like one of their
hot
like plates you
beans.
have to have there. I've
It-
never.
it's
I've never
one of
heard
their
that.
foods that they eat is beans and toast. You
So
know,
different.
it's a lot, dude. Your stomach is turning after because you got soggy bread from these beans. They're like baked beans with all this sauce and
Bro,
like, there's
baked
no
beans are
flavor to
gas,
it.
bro.
So
I
does,
love baked beans too. Ruined baked beans.
But
for
you
me.
didn't like that.
I didn't care.
You
for
don't
'em,
like
bro.
the
Damn.
combination.
Yeah.
It's just the way it's done.
So
What-
after, no,
Sorry,
you
go ahead.
go.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so after being out there all this time, would you see yourself moving there in the future?
A lot of people ask me that. Honestly, it's really hard to say no because Italy is a great place to live.
better
But
than
if you had
the
to choose between the U.S.
Yeah.
and Italy,
I'm gonna choose the U.S. because I'm an American kid, but I got roots in Italy, so that's where
That's
I
that's
loved
the
it.
predicament for a lot of people. Like,
And it really is. You live La Dolce Vita out there, man. I mean, the weather's beautiful. I walked in January, bro, picking oranges off the trees, olive groves, like beautiful weather.
well, that's what I was gonna ask. So
Yeah.
your time in Italy, you spent most of your time in Italy, but you traveled within Italy.
Yeah,
What was your favorite city outside of Rome, and
Outside
what was
of
your least
Rome.
favorite?
it's a good question. It's tough to choose. Honestly, I'll go Venice. I love Venice. We went for Carnivale. If you don't know, it's like a Mardi Gras. Mardi
Yeah.
Gras. in New
That's just the
Orleans?
You
big
know what
canal
Mardi-
city, right? That's just like
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
all
the
the
canals.
canals.
Yeah.
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 Venice was sick, man. We wore masks. We dressed up.
Oh,
we
you did
walked
one of those
around.
events.
Yeah, dude, it was
That's
really
actually
cool.
really
Felt like
cool.
a Shakespeare type thing,
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're like in the movies.
Yeah, you have some pasta with vongole, convoys, clams. You have a lot of seafood. Seafood's good stuff. Jared's cheesing over
Yeah,
there.
no,
I know.
I'm
That's how I
just
felt.
like, wow.
No, dude, when you
I
go there,
actually
you
wanna
have
go
a-
there. I
Yeah,
really
you have
wanna
a,
go
you have a
there.
natural high when you get there. You're seeing beautiful art. You're just so many beautiful churches. I mean, Rome's got like 900 churches.
I was just waiting for you to be like, there's pretty ladies, there's this and that.
I mean, that of
That's-
course
that's
up
everywhere in
there.
Italy,
Yeah,
though.
there's
That's intended.
Yeah, all over Europe, man. And fashion, beauty, it's all important to them.
Aw, bro,
So,
they have
what was your
amazing
least favorite
fashion.
city in Italy?
Can there be a least favorite?
There can.
Honestly, I didn't care for Milan that much. The Duomo's beautiful there, but the food was kind of mid. For Italian food, it's still good, but there's better places in Italy to eat. But Milan's cool. It's an uppy, nice, very clean city, but it's a lot of fashion places, as people know. But it's, I don't know. We didn't go out as much in Milan. I don't think so. Maybe that was why. But I didn't care for Milan as much.
I have yet to travel out anywhere in Europe besides one place. And I want to make a bucket list off some of this
Yeah.
stuff, like Venice.
Dude, and
100%,
I went to
will go
13
there.
countries, and I still got a bucket list that I want to hit. It makes you just want more.
Oh, of course, traveling anywhere makes you like really
Dude, I'll
see,
tell
like
ya.
want to see the world.
Yeah, I mean, so many good spots though. It really is hard to choose. Love Sicily. I liked Napoli. I liked Sorrento, Capri. I liked Bologna, Modena, Venice, Milan. I went all over, man. Cinque Terre. So many good spots. Italy really is. I mean, they're a top 10 economy in the world, one of the biggest tourist countries in the world. There's a reason for that. I'll put it that way.
It is the most beautiful place. I mean, I still think.
Yeah, and you've been in more places than I have, and it really is. You feel like
Italy is just something else.
You
though.
go
I
to
mean,
some
when you're-
places-
especially when your heritage is
Yeah.
from there.
even people who are not. And I talk to people who are just like, my teacher, she taught my Roman Catholicism class. She went out there for school, and she couldn't leave. She could not leave. I'm talking to my aunt today. She's like, I want to go back and I want to see it, and I feel like I'm not gonna leave if I get into that lifestyle. It's a great lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
They prioritize living well.
Yeah, don't they also live like forever there in Italy?
They,
Like it's one
they
of
live
the-
longer lives.
That's what I've been told.
Maybe not forever, except a few nonos that never die.
I just swear
But,
that like
um,
they live past 100 there.
It's because the lifestyle, man. They don't stress.
healthy
I'll tell you,
living.
they don't stress at all. I mean, everybody's so relaxed. Italians are very chill, great people. They're not stressed. They're not rushing to places. If they're stereotypically a little late to things
So
because they're on their time, you know.
They're the
Well,
complete
that still
opposite.
comes. That's still over here. I mean, I'm sure your family is the same way. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Just
my
shout out
roommate's
my
always
family,
yelling
but-
at me for being late a little bit, but you know, I'm on my time.
It's to the,
right?
my family's to the point where wedding invitations are sent 30 minutes in advance, so you can put in that 30-minute grace period of
Yeah,
family showing
yeah.
up late.
No, I know.
Just every event.
Dude,
That's how we
it's-
are.
I thought,
Late to
I
everything.
thought like New York Italians were different. I thought it was just like rush.
We can even
like,
get into that. You guys question about that because there's Italians, there's Italian Americans, and there's different Italian Americans, and there's
That's
Which
the,
one's your
that's the
favorite?
thing. Oh, me.
I'm a PA Italian, so I
No,
got family.
New York
here.
you-
Italians.
You poor soul. You know the
Absolutely
Amish,
not.
don't you?
Bro, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
Amish
not.
are not. Amish are farther down in Lancaster.
Yeah.
You
They're
know
not-
that. You're from this state.
I know.
But no, so there's, I mean, people don't, you know, until you go to Italy, you don't really see the true differences between Italian culture, Italian American culture, and there's similarities and there's differences, and you know, a lot of the words we speak here, a lot of them are, you know, Sicilian or Napolitano because that's a lot of the immigrants that came here, you know, like Rob, we got some Sicilian family. I'm Napolitano and
Polizzi Generoso, baby.
sure. I went to Palermo, Cefalù. I didn't get down
I
down
know,
south
I know.
enough.
It's
to-
small. It's a small little place.
A lot of
But-
people came from small little towns. In Italy,
Exactly,
but
there's a
there's so much
bunch.
beauty everywhere in Italy. Like I know we keep repeating that, but it's just
I know it's not like a common thing, but like I kind of want to go because I took an art class. I
Yeah,
didn't like
oh,
art.
dude,
I
you
never
would love
liked
it, man.
art.
Mike, I
But,
mean,
like-
it's probably rhetorical, but you got down to the Amalfi Coast, correct?
yeah. I got down to that,
That
whole area.
that is my top
Coast?
5
I don't
spot
even
I've
know.
ever been to
It
in
is.
my
Oh,
life.
Sorrento's nice too. Capri,
Yep.
you keep going to Amalfi. You go to any of these spots. I mean, the south
Beautiful.
is beautiful too.
Yeah.
You know. So what questions? Because we've
I was
been.
gonna say.
What questions or maybe stereotypes or
I
things
just-
you don't know? Because like there's a lot you
Before
don't.
we get into that, Mike, I have one last question for
yeah.
you. In terms of the food, what's the one food that you tasted a huge difference?
it's a
in
great
that's
question.
done here, but
I
it's
got
done
two
better?
things for you.
Go ahead.
Because and there's some things that you can do well here, some things that you
You
can't.
can't, but give me two.
I got two for you. First, number one, the cannolo I had in Sicily. Cannoli we have here are just not the same, man.
Thank you.
I mean,
was about
this
to
was
say,
the best cannolo I ever had in my entire life. I'll show you a picture sometime. My hand is this big. This thing was the size of my hand, massive, as wide as my hand, as long as it. Unbelievable, bro.
Bro
It's a
just
meal.
sat there with like the meal, just like wow.
Dude, I literally sat there. I would before I came.
You would
I was
too.
not the type to, I'm gonna take a picture of everything I eat. Like phone gotta eat first, bro.
no, you have to.
First.
You get there,
have
you're
to.
like, I gotta send a picture of this to my dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, the cream is the one part. Everyone knows the cream's got to be good, but the shell is underrated.
The shell is the most important part, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I
'cause
think
you
so,
can have
too.
good cream, but you gotta keep that shell
And
together.
that's what they miss in America, I think. The shells are just not that good.
Wow.
And
We'll
the
have to put up
flavors
a
are not
picture
as
for
crazy.
this.
I
Okay,
had no
that's
chola
true, yeah.
flavor. We have all the base. It's just white cream here and a bland shell is all we ever get here. When you go to Sicily, it was invented in Palermo, and it is just hazelnut. Is no chola as a flavor. It's hazelnut. Just a crispy shell. The cream is just melts in your mouth. Like it is unbelievable. And the next one's sfogliatelle. You know, sfogliatelle in America, it doesn't even come close.
What do you call it in America?
Sfogliatelle.
Sfogliatelle, yeah.
I've never.
It's
even heard of it.
sfogliatelle if you're saying it. In
It-
Napoli, they shorten a lot of the words. So we shorten a lot of the words because that's how
It's-
our family would speak.
No, it's Sfogliatelle. You don't need to shorten that.
Well, in other parts of Italy, they don't shorten
what,
the
what,
words.
how can you shorten Sfogliatelle? What do
no,
you
no,
shorten
it's
it
already
to?
shortened the way
Oh,
we say it. They
oh,
say
yeah.
sfogliatelle.
I was gonna say.
It's a lot of words. So there's we could get into the language. There's a language part of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So different parts of Italy, they different, and people think they're all dialects. Like Sicilian, Napolitano, Pugliese, a lot of these
It's all
Sardo
just
and Sardinia.
variances of each other.
They're-
There's with differences that are slight but important.
And some of them are really they're not even slight. They're different languages. You know,
Yes.
people in Rome, they can't understand people in Napoli. They speak solely in Napolitano, which is crazy. Like my teacher sat there, we're watching him. We were asking, "What does this mean?" She's like, "I got no clue." Sardinia, they speak Sardo, way different. They can't Puglia, they speak Pugliese.
Sicily has a bunch of.
Sicily is one of the hardest languages. Sicilian and Napolitano might be the two hardest, man. They are different languages. So they shorten a lot of the words.
So-
So,
but-
so they would say sfogliatelle in Rome. In Napoli, they say sfogliatelle.
Sfogliatelle. Yeah,
your
it's,
question.
it's Sfogliatelle, though.
It's Sfogliatelle, yeah.
Sfogliatelle.
But the
Um,
difference in nose, I'll touch on that quick. The difference in nose is the crunch in the taste, the inside with the cream, and they have one called riccia. It's like little curly pieces of cream. It's
I was waiting for the cream in it. The cream.
People don't realize that too. This is not a nice. You don't do this when you're happy, bro. You do this when you're
When
it's
you're
K5,
talking.
you know, andare via, go away. Like K5, what are you doing? What are you saying? Like
Mike,
che dici?
you grew up in an Italian family.
Mhm.
Your dad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just natural. It's not something that like
Yeah,
I'm not
you
trying
don't
to do
plan
it,
it.
but it
If
happens
someone's
because
someone's
it's
pissing you off, something's bothering you, or like what's going on? What do you? You don't force it.
come on. What are
Yeah,
you
come
doing
on,
to
stop
me
messing
here?
with me. Exactly. You don't force it. So people, you don't when you're happy, you don't meet someone and go, hey, like, you know, it's not
It's not that. It's
not
what
that.
the fuck are you doing?
I
Exactly.
thought it was like the food tastes good, like good
No,
Parmesan
no,
cheese.
no.
Nah,
That's
it's
such
not.
a stereotype.
Thank
just
you.
said.
This is good food.
Leads into our
That's what you do.
stereotypes. So what stereotypes
Yeah.
do you think? Because there's a lot of them that people they would tell me these things before I went, and I go back, I'm like, it's just not true, and you don't realize till you go there, you know.
I've heard France loves their bread, their baguettes. Is that true?
Yeah,
That's true.
the baguettes are good. I went to France, had some good baguettes. They're nice, light and fluffy. They're cheap.
Most
Supermarkets.
restaurants still
Mhm.
there will give you bread at the table before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew
It's
that.
it's French bread. It's not the Italian bread with the oil.
And
that
I've
you'll
heard someone
get.
argue, which I kind of agree with. The best sandwich you can make is you use all the Italian meats, cheeses, and vegetables.
But you
Put it
use
on a French baguette,
bread. Yep.
and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Not that the Italians they've good bread.
The
too.
Italian bread is good.
They have focaccia. They have
Focaccia's
ciabatta.
amazing.
They have a lot of good stuff. They have a thing in Florence. Only can get this in Florence. It's called schiacciata. It's like a similar to like a focaccia but thicker and wider. It's bologna
Focaccia's
is good.
hard. My grandmother makes it like
Yeah.
and it takes her a day to do so.
Yeah, any of the breads they take a while. I mean, it's
Because you got to prep the bread,
Yeah.
baby.
it is
You gotta let
a
it-
labor of love though. My grandma
Yes.
do
Yep.
the same thing, man.
They
gotta
love
let it-
spend
they
their
love
days.
that day that they
You
do
gotta
it.
let it rise
Yeah.
too.
Choose the day to do that. Day to make the peppers.
Pizza, yeah, peppers. They would can sauce.
You gotta saute them. You
Yeah.
gotta do whatever. You gotta.
Peppers are big down south, and they're less on the peppers the farther up north you go. But like where we're from, in you know, it's a lot of peppers.
Naples big on peppers.
Yeah,
Naples is
Calabria big on the spicy peppers.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini, calabrese. Sicily, you know, it's more and more. They put, you know, it's different cuisines all over. That's why there's so much. The food is different everywhere.
But that's why I liked Rome because Rome
Mhm.
kind of brings all like he'll show you different places. Like the places
Yeah,
I went to in
yeah.
Rome, high end or medium end or even
Yeah.
fucking your corner store.
yeah,
The pizza there is something. First off, is amazing. But
yeah.
like you can get pizza at the corner and it's amazing.
And that's anywhere in Italy. You don't have to go to a high end restaurant. Not that it won't be good. You can go to a little, you know, mom and pop, for lack of a
But
better
it's
word. But
better than a mom and pop that you'll
Yeah.
find on the
Mhm.
side of the road in North
there's
Carolina.
very few misses. I mean, it's really hard to have a bad meal in Italy.
My favorite meal was in Naples. We ordered pizza from
Yeah.
like a place.
Oh, the margarita in Naples is unbelievable.
Reverting back to the locations, like your favorite cities,
Mhm.
if someone you knew only had like certain amount of years to live and they can only explore so much, what would be the places you'd recommend to them?
In
And why?
Europe or in Italy?
I'd say just in Europe.
It's so hard.
I
though.
know,
It is
but like
tough.
just off of what you did.
personally,
Because every before you answer, I
Yeah.
just want to say every city, right, is spread out differently.
Mhm.
Like you might want to visit Paris in France, but other than Paris, there's not many other cities that you want to go to, right? When you went,
I went to Nice in Paris. Yeah,
Nice is
Nice is very nice. Yeah,
There's a
I mean,
couple of
now, if we were
lion-
French, we might think differently, though, right?
That's
You know,
true.
it also
Well, no, but
where
it's
you
based
have
on your preference, though.
Yeah, so if I would ask me, I mean, there's a saying, "See Naples and die," because you see it and you're like, "Holy crap, I could die right now."
No, you got to go to Sicily first.
Yeah,
Fly to Rome,
yeah.
Sicily, then you die. in
I'd say you
Naples.
gotta hit Rome. Rome was ranked the #1 food city in the world. If you want to Google that after this, you know, you can plug that here too. You know, it really was just ranked #1, and Naples was #2 in the entire world, and
Wow.
Bologna was #3.
Is that how you
I don't
rank
know.
them?
No, I don't know if Bologna is three. The first two are correct.
Bologna, the city itself is old and Tuscan, and it's not. The city itself is not crazy. The food was good though. The food was very good. They're known for their big
There's a-
sandwiches.
There's a couple cities in Spain that I would
Higher,
take a
yeah,
three.
dude. I
Take
love
a three.
Barcelona. I might put
Barcelona.
Barcelona up there. That was one of my top 4. I think my top 4 were Rome, Monte Carlo, Barcelona. Venice was awesome. I might put it up there because we went for Carnivale. I don't know how it is when it's not a big festival.
But that is a big. You know that? No, I've been to Venice when it's not the festival.
How
so
was it?
It was still great.
a good
When was
time.
the first time I went? Yeah, it was,
Yeah, it's a cool city. I mean, it's a cool city. You know, but you've been to Bologna, right? Or no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
the-
did a day trip there.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
you
what I
plan
did.
it?
That's
Did
what
that
I
with
did too.
Sienna.
Did you plan
Siena's
it?
cool.
Siena's another
yeah,
one.
Pisa.
when the festival was going on? Did you plan going there?
Yeah,
when that
yeah, we
happened?
wanted to
Like,
go
oh,
for that.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
everyone
cool.
walks around in masks, and there's jokers and clowns, and we saw a lot of cool
it's
things.
like Mardi Gras in New
Yeah,
Orleans. So it's a
exactly.
good comparison.
Exactly.
So-
But I put Rome, Barcelona. I would say you got to go down south in Italy. I went to Greece too.
What about the stereotypes? You
Yeah,
wanna
yeah.
get
What do you
back
want to
to
know
that?
about that? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, like the stereotypes I know.
But what are some things you know or think you know or wonder
About
about
Italians.
Italy, about
do they
Italians?
get in your face when they're really passionate?
I
Like
mean,
when you're there,
That's
are-
just my-
Actual Italians?
people
Yeah.
are people.
I don't
Italians
know.
are
I haven't pissed
passionate
off enough
people.
Italians, like true Italians.
Pe-
He's
they're
been there
very-
for longer.
Yeah,
like
I
time.
lived there, so I met a lot of Italians from all over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he stayed
Do
there
they
for
get
months.
right in your face?
No, no,
they're
they're
really respectful. I heard about that, but like I heard when they
Yeah.
get really into it, they start to go like this, and I know that, but like
well,
they
they're
get
passionate. Italians are passionate about everything. They're
Yeah.
like they're obsessed with food. They're obsessed with
With football.
family and culture and calcio. It's called football. Yeah, they call it football and everybody else, but Italy calls it calcio. It's soccer for us.
into it. That's so weird. I didn't know
That's
about
it.
that.
They have a different
No.
language.
I get it. I didn't mean
But,
that. I just didn't know
Well,
that.
they say in Napoli, like your first love is football, is calcio, and then your family, and then your city. So, but it's true though. And they really they're just passionate about everything. They're very passionate people, and it's a love of life. It's a love of simple things and good food and family and good wine, and that's how we grew up. And so it's important to them. So to say they get in your face is kind of I don't think. I mean, I guess anybody could get in your face.
Jared's got one, I think.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
think that's really true.
So I'm just curious about is this like you're a very personal guy. Like you
Yeah.
can meet anybody, talk to anybody,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
meet anybody and become friends with them.
Appreciate
I want
that.
to hear a story. Like give me something like that has a little like backbone to it of just like something funny that happened
just
there.
meeting people
Yeah,
there, and
meeting
just getting
people
to
like
know
doing like an
people.
experience like that. Something funny though, if you have anything.
Dude, let me think. Actually, I met a lot of people too. It's, I mean, the security guard I worked at a school from Sardinia, and the first night, because drinking's legal there.
Of course.
But they take drinking differently. We can get into that later, But I just started chatting him up, and I forced myself to speak in Italian to him because I wanted to just show the guy that I had something, and he just loved me. The whole semester we would just talk, and he would just tell me things about Italy and that's how you learn a lot about a culture. Everyone can learn from a textbook and learn from a few things from their family, but when you actually live there and talk to Italians who are from there, so I talk to your Zias and your Nonas and anybody from the country, learn personal things because you can't learn that anywhere else. He would tell me little tidbits about Italy that like I didn't even know, or I had pronounced this a little differently. If you want to really sound, that's how we're trying to help you. They say if you want to really sound like an Italian, do this, say this, eat this. Eat the salad after the meal, right? There's a lot of things that are slightly different here. They don't put these two foods together. They don't put chicken on pasta. They don't melt a ton of cheese and, way too much sauce over. Like, it's a lot of little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They know an American when they see one. That's
I mean, and that's another thing. What do you think they think about Americans?
Depends on what part of the city you're in. I definitely think.
Yeah.
And where-
What else you got for me? You
I'm
think
just,
they,
I'm
think they
just
like
saying
Americans?
worldwide,
Mm-mm.
Americans aren't highly
No.
like appraised
I don't
because we
think
make
they
a
are.
lot of money and just people just travel.
What about like when you were there? Did they welcome you?
Of course. I mean, they treated me very well. And the thing with Italians, if you speak some of the language and really try
If
to
you're
talk to them,
Italian,
you're Italian, of course. If you're
You're not.
Italian American,
you have to remember, Mike and me we're Italian. We're going with that. It's very easy for us to chat up Italians. If we went to Japan,
Yeah, they might not care for us, and I wouldn't. I might not care for the culture as much. And
Americans are viewed as just how everyone else is viewed that's not American in this country.
yeah, and they don't look down on they look down on people who are like ignorant tourists or who
Mhm.
do stupid things.
Yeah.
The notion that people,
No,
other people
that's
said
not
to
true.
me,
Have you ever been in New York? New York
No,
hates tourists.
no, in New York, I'm saying,
No,
but
anyone
in
that's a
Rome,
tourist.
He's saying in Rome.
Oh.
in Rome, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Not
well,
those
that-
Italians.
And in Italy, they'd be like, no, I'd say, oh, I'm Italian. They're like, no, you're Italian American. Let's make that clear. If you're Italian, you
Let's
were
clear
born
the water
here.
really quick. Yeah.
But I say, yeah. But, but they welcome you. But, no, number one, you are right. No one likes, not that they don't like tourists. They don't like aggressive tourists and tourists that piss. I mean, yeah, tourists piss everybody off to a
Yeah.
degree. But the notion that they're like, they see an American and they're all like, F you, get away. Like, that's not true. If you're an asshole, if you're causing problems, if you're like completely oblivious and you're taking really long to order, like anybody's gonna be like, come on, like you know, but
So have you been an asshole to a couple?
I fit in. I fit in well. I mean, I talk to them and I ask them questions. You
Like
know,
sitting there trying to get out the Italian to the guy behind the counter. He's like, I want to.
he's like, kid, just tell me what you want. I speak English. He's like, come on. You know what I mean? Like,
There's the come on.
yeah, it's true. It's true. But
Did you end up getting any altercations while you were there?
no, bro, I ain't fighting nobody.
I'm not. No, I'm not fighting, but like aggressiveness. Like you didn't get in an aggressive encounter with anybody while you were there.
Dude, again, if you go out and you,
I'm really trying to get the in your face that vibe.
yeah, I don't know why you're getting that, bro. They're not mean people. I don't know.
I'm not saying they're mean people. I just
He
heard
is.
stuff.
He is.
He knows Rob. That's
yeah,
why.
I know
he's-
Rob. Rob gets in my face
That's
a
because
lot.
he's from New York.
Thank you.
Come on, I mean,
It's the New York. It's not the Italian.
New York's a
Whoa.
little more in your face
Well,
Italian. It's like it's a TikTok
It's,
culture
it's,
thing. No,
it's not a good mix.
No, but
It's
you
not
guys,
a good mix.
But you guys just said it. You just said he's from New York and he's Italian, indicating that Italian gets in your.
Well, no,
New York
Italians get
Italians
in
are a
your
little
face, but
different.
New York will actually like get in your face over stupid
Bro, if you
shit.
piss anybody off, they're gonna
I
get in
was
your
telling,
face.
I was
so-
telling,
But the Italians have this. It makes it more.
If you piss them off, I mean, it's not. But,
Mike.
don't assume that they're nicer, more gentle. Like they're more relaxed. But anybody's can get in your face, it'll be a New Yorker. Like, hey, I'm walking here. Like, you know what I mean? Like the
I'll tell you an
stereotypes there.
example.
They'll
I'll tell you
walk
an
right
ex-
into you to get past you.
I'll tell you an example. So
Sounds about right.
recently, my dad called me and was like, "Oh, I'm really glad you weren't coaching at this game recently because there was a terrible call
Yeah.
and some referee fucked up." And I was just like, "You're right. I probably would have got arrested." An Italian in that situation probably is not going to say that. A New York Italian is going to say that.
That's very correct.
I would have got arrested
They're
for
living a
yelling
good
at some
life out
fucking
there, man. They're eating
16-year-old.
good food. You know, good weather. They're living a great life. They're not stressed. They're not long lunch breaks. They're not quick 25
Now
minute
imagine,
lunches.
Ed the New York in that, so you only get that one time every.
And New Yorkers
week.
are more aggressive, if anything.
You have to
and
work
they-
your way to that last day, and even that last day's a drag because you got to
Yeah.
deal with your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your mother, your sister,
Not-
fucking
not to
everyone.
stereotype New York, New Jersey, but they're more. If anybody's aggressive to get in your face, it's in the U.S.
No, yeah,
It's them. It's those areas. And again, my
it's
mom's
either
from
in
New
your
York.
face
I'm
or with
not,
an
you know,
AR-15.
They make fun of us for that. They're like, "Oh, you guys got your guns over there. We know." You know,
You know,
yeah.
there's a big thing in Iceland too. They're just like, yeah, you guys, Australian people especially, they're just
I
like,
don't get that.
we're just known
we,
for our
we
guns.
do
here
have a lot
because-
more shootings. So I'll tell you, they don't have a right to bear arms in Italy and a lot of these in Europe. Really, we have you know, it was written in our Bill of
Constitution.
Rights.
Do you know why we did
Bill
that?
of Rights.
Because Europe had been around for a long
Yeah.
time before people came over from Europe to America.
It's harder to get a gun there. I mean, it's not. They don't have. They see what America is the problem we've had with guns. You know, whatever side you're on, the numbers don't lie. There are a lot of shootings, and there's problems with police and with citizens, and guns have been a problem no matter where you stand on that. And their reaction, all of Europe, was like, "No, we're not going to deal with that. It's hard to get a gun. It is not easy.
It's very different than how it is in
You
the
can get
US.
handguns at what
You-
18 here or
Not
yeah,
handguns.
21.
It's AR.
AR
Yeah,
is a
you can get an AR at
18.
the age of
Yeah,
18.
that
Handguns,
don't fly
21.
in Europe. They really don't fly. And they've had terrorist attacks too. They've had shootings. They don't. They just react with it. Just we're not gonna have it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna deal with it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some Italian arms makers, Beretta
know-
and some other ones, and you
Have
know.
you guys heard about that one country? I forget what the name of it is, but like the country, every single citizen has to own a gun, and then yearly they're expected to do 3 like shooting, like test shootings, or go to like the.
I never heard of that.
But like
country, bro.
their citizens are
Where
their
is it?
military.
It's in Europe.
Yeah, it's one of the Europe countries, but like
be a pretty
they're
small
super
country.
super small.
Probably is.
But
Probably
like
is.
the amount of their population is the amount of their.
Luxembourg.
I have no
They're
idea.
too rich for that. They hire people. To...
But yeah, no, like they
No.
literally give people guns, and it's just like you're the
Yeah.
military force.
I've been to some small countries.
What is
though.
it? What is it?
I'd love to know.
Moldova. Is this?
Well, we'll put it. We'll put it. We'll put
They
it
got
there.
guns anyway in Moldova.
Yeah.
No, I've been to some small countries, but I don't think it was any of them. I've been to Monaco. I've been to Malta, cool little island south
Montenegro?
of the city. Not been to Montenegro, no.
It's-
Vatican City's a
I
country.
thought he was talking
It's called
about.
Vatican
I
City.
thought,
Did you know that? Did you?
No.
I thought Jared was talking about the IDF for a minute. Like
IDF,
the
yeah.
Israel- just the Israeli people, like they have a gun and everything.
It's America. We all got guns, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
You have a gun, probably.
No, I don't.
No way.
I have a rifle, but that's deep.
It's a gun.
Okay, true.
What's a gun?
He admits to having a. Nah, I don't got one.
I just-
except my rifle.
Well, true. I just come from the country.
That's an American right there.
Yeah.
I don't have my gun.
It's not an
Whoa, I have
AR-15.
my
It don't
rifle.
count, bro. What? Defend my own property. Nobody's coming on your property.
I got a sawed-off shotgun. Doesn't count as a gun.
They step 1 foot on my property, I'm blowing their head off.
Well,
I mean, I
no,
just
but-
sleep with like a shotgun under my what's it called? Underneath my pillow.
I
but
got
don't
a
consider that
baseball bat
gun.
with some nails on it. Did that do anything?
Well, is that American though?
Baseball? You kidding?
Yeah. Baseball bat with nails. Is that like an American stereotype?
Barbed wire.
Where else would a baseball bat be?
Yeah, we invented baseball. Why is that funny for
I
you?
don't know.
Anyway, what else? What else you
Speaking
got
of
for me?
baseball,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
recently, so I don't know, this will probably come out before Luke's episode, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But we talked about steroids in Major League Baseball. What are
Dude.
your thoughts on that? Steroid use and all that.
Shouldn't be used,
Should it
right?
be used or
You know, obviously, I don't think any steroids should be in any sports.
Exactly.
Right? But then it goes to the question, well,
Dab me up for that.
hold on, don't.
goes to the question, well, what do you do about the guys who did? Because in MLB, I understand why they took the route they took, and you got to invalidate their stats, and and say they're not going to make the Hall of Fame. Which is why Pete Rose also was a better case, because he was not steroids, something completely different. So should you lifetime ban him? I could see you say, as great as Barry Bonds was, and he was a great player, he had a lot of home runs off steroids, and so did A-Rod, and so did a lot of the guys back then. Who was due for the
McGuire,
Orioles?
Sosa.
Yeah, McGuire, Sosa, ton of guys. So it's really hard to say, you know what, even though they use steroids, they cheated over everybody else. They cheated the game. They cheated themselves.
But should they be in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think steroid guys should be in the Hall of Fame.
I disagree.
You
I
got to
think-
draw a line at some point, I feel like.
I'd
Barry
say
Bonds used steroids at the end of his career
Yeah, but
after he
that
had
you
hit
know of,
over
though.
500 home runs.
That
that you know of.
I mean, how many guys do you not know?
Okay, but if they admit to using so, like Bonds eventually did at the end of his career, A-Rod too.
But
These
they
guys
got
were Hall
caught,
of Fame.
though. They
Yeah.
got caught.
Yeah, but they were Hall of Famers before that.
That's the argument. That is the argument. They were Hall of Famers before they started using the steroids. If that premise is true, though, you
Yeah.
never really know.
Well, think about the people that didn't make it. And they're like, damn, I couldn't make it, but if I did steroids, I could have. It's like, oh, well.
Yeah, I don't love that. though,
That's not
because-
true. That's not how it
because They may
works.
have never been at that level.
Yeah,
Steroids
I get
doesn't
that, I get
add
that.
any power to you. It
But
just
it'd get you more home runs.
no.
If you can connect with the
No,
ball.
If it gave you a boost in your
Performance.
come back from injury sooner, right? It may give you a little bit, extra strength,
your
but
more
it
strength.
helps you to
it-
recover
it-
faster, which is huge to give baseball. I mean, baseball's
Yes.
162 games. If you can recover faster, get
That's
back
my
on the
point.
field.
You can still Bonds
You
is still the
outperform the people who are
if
not.
you were
on
to
it.
give everyone the same pitch down the middle, fastball at the same speed,
Yeah.
and you put up all the home run hitters, you can still make a strong case that Barry Bonds will hit that ball farther than anyone else without steroids
Yeah.
because he was the best home run hitter ever.
And he was, but it's when you know he took steroids and you say, well, then we call into question his whole career. How do you just let that slide? What's the punishment for him then?
You have to decredit them.
His
for what
punishment
they
was
did.
getting suspended, blackmailed out of the league in his case.
Blackman out of the Hall of Fame, though.
That's where I just don't think that's fair because
I think the guy should be in the Hall of Fame, but I can't justify the argument to
there's a lot of people in the baseball Hall of Fame. How it works is very different. If you don't make it in 10 years, you're done. There have been many guys that didn't get on the ballot and missed out that should have been in the Hall of Fame, considering other people that did make it.
and Bonds' eligibility is done, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
it's over.
it's tough.
It's very. I just don't agree with that.
I know, but how do you define the years when he? How do you define the years when he actually took the steroids?
Yeah.
Based on just his word?
Yeah.
You know,
I guess.
right? What if he was,
testing?
you don't know that he wasn't taking them the entire time, no.
But
Unless you show me
unless
regular
there's
tests during that time.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that's the case, but if that is the case, then yes, you can say he had a set
and
number
you could
before
argue,
that.
okay, so if his career was good enough and we have all these good tests
Good enough. He hit 500 home runs before
before he got caught.
Before he got caught,
Or
700
admitted.
potentially.
I'll give you
Admitted.
that. So A-Rod was taking him in his MVP years though. So I don't know if I love the A-Rod case. You show me
okay,
evidence.
there's other guys. How about not Holiday? Clemens.
Yeah, Clemens is another tough
Clemens
one,
is the
man.
greatest pitcher of all time that no one.
I know,
justifies
there's
because
so many
of
Cy
it.
Youngs and yes.
Kurt Schilling is a Hall of Famer, but that's a different reason. That's not steroids. That's because.
What was his issue?
Well, in his opinion, it's because of his political beliefs. I don't know what the
I
actual.
doubt it.
I don't know what the actual people's reason is. Maybe
But
they just
honestly
didn't
though,
think he was good enough.
pitchers is hard to make a case for them too because it's all about recovery and all
No,
about
that's
arm
huge.
strength and I mean pitchers. You feel
You
a tweak
toss
in your
harder,
arm.
you recover so much
I mean,
faster.
dude, when you throw 150 pitches, and you get warm ups in between innings. I mean, you're throwing a lot of pitches at that speed. Your arm is shot. if you get injuries and even if you're not injured and you can use some sort of drug to help you, that is a big difference, man.
Hey guys, welcome to the second part. I went golfing, so I hope I look decent. I'm a little sweaty, but something that's happened, and we got a Drizzy follower here. Show your phone, your wallpaper.
let's not get.
Nah. Show it. Is literally he didn't just do
I
this.
I support Drake.
Nah, you gotta put it up more. Put it up more. Literally, I hope I can zoom
You
in.
can zoom in on
Yeah.
it. I know you can.
It's literally Drake.
I'm repping the OVO shirt. Peep the OVO shirt. Got this in Canada at the OVO store in Toronto. I have finesse down Western Road. I've literally been down it.
So
I'm a Drake fan. Yeah, no, I stand by that. I mean, I'm not gonna leave him in a time of distress, in a time where he's getting attacked, and we're gonna handle the allegations as they come, and Drake has done that. So I'm not gonna get too heavy on this, but I'm gonna support the guy until I see a reason not to, and I haven't seen that yet. So
I mean, fair point. But in this battle, who do you think's winning right now, Kendrick or Drake? And I know it's biased, but
it's a tough call.
ooh, that's actually kind of
It is because they both sides have been good. They both had good songs. Honestly, I always say the fans win in the rap battles because, and the diss track battles, I should say, because we get good music from both sides, and they're both trying to put out really good music quickly, and it's like they can make a collab album at this point. You know what I mean? Like they're both putting out so many
Imagine.
songs.
Yeah,
It's nice.
I actually saw a YouTube comment, and this was fucking hilarious because I don't really know much about the two. I listen to their music all the time, but someone said online, Kendrick finally got Drake to rap again, and
I saw that too. Yeah,
and then the one was like Drake finally got Kendrick to post consistently.
because Kendrick, he had the 2017 one, and then 2022, big 5 year difference. Drake has dropped every single year almost for the last 13 years.
Yeah.
13, 14 years probably, which is crazy.
Well, something that I've seen is they're saying that Drake, like a lot of these other rappers, are saying that Drake went just mainstream and he's not a true rapper. He's not true to where he's like.
Yeah,
it's not
but
true to his kind.
I don't love that criticism because, first of all, why can't the guy put out other music too? He can have his, and he does. He's got his, reggae music and R&B, and he's got his slow songs and his songs that, for parties and dances, and he also has his really good rap songs and ones with just straight bars, and he's at the point. He's very versatile, so I think it's actually a plus. Not every song is just straight rap, really, really, hard bars, and that, there's no problem with that. I don't see a problem with that.
That's one thing I don't get though. Like, why do content people, like from all like arrays, even like music people, music artists, why are you stuck to one genre of like producing anything? Like I say, like, be extravagant. Do you like, if you like doing that?
There's the
like,
argument that people say, well, if you're good at it, you stick to that. That'll sell records. Kendrick's a good rapper. He writes good songs. Stick to just doing that. Drake said, well, why can't I make hits and dance? And why can't I make an album that's more, a bunch of his albums have just different, they're centered on different themes and different, he even tried his hand at EDM and house music.
like if you like, how would you never know if you never did it though?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, I say experiment.
Yeah,
So,
I have
like,
no
I'm-
problem with that. I don't think it's good criticism to just say, you could say I don't like the songs if people didn't care for the house album, but to say you shouldn't even, try is like, that's a music, man. You can't shut down creativity.
Yeah, I could just see from the fans' perspective of like, if you have a country singer and he sings really good country and you like it, and that's who your following is, and then you're like, oh, all of a sudden I want to stick to hip hop, I want to go to rap, you're gonna lose a decent portion of your people because they're gonna be like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, Drake has a huge following, and I mean, in these last two videos, I think for Kendrick, at least when I was looking, you look at his videos before that,
Yeah.
and like the views were millions, like nothing like, I'm not sitting there like, oh yeah, 3 million views is nothing, like that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, like, he's been posting, I think he's at like 18 million right now.
Yeah.
So
So
like,
said the one Drake hit 20. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, no, I think with so wait, you probably know. Give us a little story of kind of like where
you
this
said you knew
beef
the
originated.
background of it. a
Yeah,
little
I mean,
bit.
the new background, there was something about, because in Drake's song, he says, that song you guys had did not start the beef with us, right? Like that did not start the beef. He said it's been brewing in the pot, it's been heating up, right? So I don't know the exact background before, but I know now it started with like that, right? They dissed the whole first person shooter song, which, they said with the big three was Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick, J. Cole responded, and it was 7 minute drill, and then eventually took that down and said, you know what, I'm sorry, I should not have clapped back. And it's tough. You got guys with egos and a lot of money. So what do
Yeah.
you think they're gonna do? Sit there and take a lot of this stuff? you know, and here you're looking here.
You know,
a bunch
J.
of-
Cole,
Yeah.
like,
So apparently,
funny.
you were
love that
correct.
man.
In 2011, Lamar appeared as a guest on Drake's album "Take Care,"
Mhm.
and then Drake
Along with Rick
invites.
Ross and some other guys
Yeah.
that like the Weeknd was on that album, Rick Ross, and he ended up dissing all of them in one of his recent songs.
Yeah, no, and then I remember seeing. I'm not going off of this because it's like literally giving me the exact months after this.
This is every
But
month.
yeah,
man.
every fucking month after December, then January. And then it says in 2014 to 2022, the two rappers take shots at each other on several more diss tracks. And I'm pretty sure with the J. Cole and Drake, there was a line in one of Drake's songs where it was saying like, "Oh wow, I finally like, I got someone who could like be lyrically like he had good bars before like coming in, like he didn't have to do anything about it." Is that a? I think, if I'm correct, that might be a diss at, Kendrick.
I don't know.
But
Or
honestly,
like any rapper. At
yeah,
that
honestly,
point.
any rapper, because I know Drake, in some of his songs, he has like those subtle shots, because that's what rapping is. Like,
They all do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and you see here, 2014, 2020, the two rappers take shots at each other, but there's nothing specific. They really got nothing there. So it started with the first person shooter, like we said, gave him a shout out, which was Drake was giving a shout out there, and J. Cole, you know, saying it's a big three.
mm,
You know,
They-
March, Lamar comes out of nowhere and says, you know, that ain't true. He hits him with the
like
you know,
that, which
yeah.
was at the top of the Billboard. And then
yeah.
Drake calls up Lamar a pit squeak on push ups.
Well, that was Drake's response, right? Push-ups. And they compare themselves. If you see right there, they compare themselves. Drake has always said he's Michael Jackson. You know, the one song, "You Only Live Twice," he says, you know, I'm actually Michael Jackson. Tuesday
Mhm.
Slide, he talks about Michael Jackson.
Mhm.
One song in For the Dogs, he says, I'm one away from Mike. You know, so he's always said that. So then Kendrick Lamar responded saying, I'm Prince, right? He said, Prince outlived Michael Jackson. I'm Prince. I got hits like Prince. I moved
No,
like
he's
him.
dead ass.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's
So
funny,
so
though.
then
Oh wow.
the one song he says so they basically the two songs go back and forth about them talking about, you know, Mike Jack versus Prince. So we'll get into some lyrics later, but they actually get into specifics. Right, so we had push-ups. That was Drake's answer. Should we start with that one? Or what
Yeah,
do you
no.
wanna-
Let's start with push ups. So you said it started with push ups.
Yeah,
And then after that, was that a diss track to Lamar? Push ups?
yeah, that was
Because
his
he was-
response. That
yeah.
was Drake's response. So this Drake waited a little bit because we had the J. Cole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then Drake answers with push-ups. That was about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then
And
this
then
really heated up.
Euphoria popped
And
out.
then Kendrick comes back with Euphoria.
And that was a diss track towards Drake.
That was just centered specifically on Drake. Yeah.
Yes. And then
And in push-ups, he had a lot of other people too, not just Kendrick. Right.
and then it says Lamar follows up with 616 in
Mhm,
LA.
which Drake responded to and said, you know, that was.
Family Matters.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then this was the third. So they're like 3 deep already. And then Family Matters is honestly up there. Like that's one of my favorites. Like
So is
lyrically-
push-ups too. Family
Yeah.
Matters. Family Matters has 3 parts. Well, the first one's like slower. Second part's really slow, fast. I meant
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Third part's like in between.
Yeah. I love the
Um,
very beginning. He
yeah.
told me not to say that. And then he's like, "Du-du-du-du," like
Yeah.
right into that. I'm like, bro, I
Nice one,
love
see,
that.
he got to deal with his dad.
Bro, when Drake posted the Family Matters,
He posted,
everybody,
yeah,
he posted 20 minutes after.
Meet the Grams.
Meet the
immediately.
Grams. Tell me, is
Dude,
that a
he
diss
had-
track?
He had that shit
Yeah, it's a
preloaded.
diss track.
Tell, how is that a diss track? Like,
Bro, did you hear the song?
no.
Of
What I'm
course,
saying is like,
but-
that is like vocal violence people are saying. Because he's like,
Yeah.
he's talking to his son. Like, people are like, is this too far for a
Talking to
diss
his
track?
daughter who don't exist, which is why Drake low key won the battle. Bro.
But you don't know that, bro.
Right, just all speculation.
Okay,
Drake may have
yeah.
an 11-year-old, but Drake in the next song,
He
Drake-
said that he hired someone. That,
there was another song
yeah,
by the way.
no, I know. He just posted today. But here, we'll,
Last
we'll
night,
open back it up.
night.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
last
this is
night at,
updated.
like 11.
Keep going down.
So Kendrick responds with "Meet the Grams,"
Then
and then
not like us.
us. That was a good song. Do you want to talk about the cover for that?
We'll
with
get
it-
to that. Should we do the whole?
Yeah, you gotta
progression?
start from the
Yeah.
top
And
and
then-
then progress.
Drake drops the hard part 6 and he addresses that and he says, "Listen, you thought you had a mole here reporting information to you. No, the mole's actually working for me, giving you fake information, and you made a whole song about it, and that's why you dropped another song right after to cover your mistake."
Bro, deadass, I'm actually gonna check right now.
Because
see if-
Kendrick dropped "Not Like Us" right after and didn't let Drake respond. He didn't let Drake respond, right?
Do you know what he put on Twitter
Yeah.
when he posted the song this morning? The diss track. He said, "Hey, when you're," he said something about like if you're gonna post 6 minutes, you have more to address.
Well, yeah. Well, and he said, exactly. He said, "You have more to address. Don't post. Yeah, don't answer in 6 minutes." Kendrick was probably gonna post in 6 minutes, and then
Oh, yeah.
he's like, "Wait, crap, I can't."
I'm gonna see if he even put out anything. Cause bro, it's like it's not.
It could have dropped right now.
It
nobody
literally could have
knows.
dropped, and we can get. Let's see videos.
I don't think there's been.
I don't
anything.
think there. No, Not Like Us was 2 days ago. But that's crazy. The fact that he literally posted 20 minutes
Well,
after.
because it was push-ups, then Euphoria, then did he go? He went meet the 16 in L.A., which was
Mhm.
and then the Meet the Grams. He drops another one, Meet the
Mhm.
Grams, and then you realize, and that's why Drake said you dropped another one because you messed up on. That's why you dropped Not Like Us because you messed up on Meet the Grams.
You really think he messed up?
I mean, Drake has a 11-year-old daughter that no one knows about, but Drake said, "Listen, you believe what we told you? You didn't have a name."
No. But what
Right,
I'm
you
saying is
just-
like I don't think Kendrick knew that he hired a mole because he said that in his song.
No one knows.
Yeah.
I mean, no one knows. We're just guessing as to
Yeah.
what these guys
Or
believe.
saying, which honestly they could say anything
They
and
both
people are
could be
eating it
saying
up.
stuff. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
literally the
know.
rapping game.
But I'm just going by what they said in their songs.
Yeah.
Kendrick said, you got an 11-year-old daughter. Drake said, well, I told you that, and you didn't even have a name because I didn't tell you a name. Like, I set this up.
No. Like there's an actual name that was brought up. Like they have a name.
Not in the songs, they didn't mention it.
Bro, I don't know. Was it like I'm actually kind of
Is there
curious.
You
another?
gotta search Drake's daughter's name.
Does Drake
Well, yeah, of course, it's coming up right away. It's the most Googled thing right now.
what?
It came up right away. Does Drake have a daughter?
Secret daughter. Drake responds.
Yeah, but there's nothing about a name.
Does Drake
There's
have a
nothing
kid?
about a name.
He also
Adonis.
supposedly has a
Adonis
son.
is his son.
I know
It's
Adonis.
not
is his-
supposedly. Everyone knows he has a son. He
Yes.
rapped in one of his songs.
He
always
rapped?
he always posts about his kid. Yeah,
I didn't know he rapped in one of his songs.
I think he had
though.
his own song actually.
Meet the Grams. I don't want to accept that. 923 partners. They're literally selling my information. All right.
No,
No.
that in next episode. Keep me around.
Yeah.
Jared said he wanted me to have his back as a repeat guest.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
potentially.
But
He
like,
said I could talk for hours. Is what he told me.
If this does good though, like if not,
You got like viewers like rating this.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
In
People-
the comments, all
people
the
like
time.
you.
How many comments you get per video?
4. Yeah, right around 3.
Hey,
No,
wait
it's
till
not-
It
it's not
blows
bad,
up
bro.
when I'm here, bro. Come on.
No, but like, so, like this whole rapping thing, I'm not in the game with like these rappers at all. But I don't know what it is. After I saw a diss track, it reminded me of like 2018 again with YouTuber diss tracks. Not the same.
I remember that. Yeah.
With all these YouTubers doing all these diss tracks. I was telling Jake, I was like, I think people love to see other people fall. And to see
Their own people.
what?
do you
Yeah, even their own people. Like,
Really?
yeah, I fuck with both of them, but I'm so in love with this diss track because it's music that, like, I'm telling you,
Maybe not fall, but they like to see diss tracks. They like to see
Or-
action.
But
Because
I feel like
drama. That's what
yeah,
people love. That's
drama.
what
who doesn't like?
people,
Yeah,
people
I
are
mean,
drawn towards
people.
drama.
Why
that's
do
what
you
I'm
think
saying.
people
That's what I
love
meant.
TV shows and they
Someone's
love
downfall. All
drama.
drama leads to downfall, bro. You have to.
I mean, it's pretty narcissistic.
Yeah.
A pessimistic way to look at life, actually.
I don't. I think it. I guess.
Downfall is like, what is this? Like a story arc? We got like
Well,
superheroes.
bro, it's.
with their-
You're.
Dude, we're
oh,
talking
wow,
about
I need to collect
2 of
myself.
some of the biggest rappers.
They are. I mean,
This is
yeah.
gonna be history. We're literally witnessing history unfold.
Oh,
Everybody's
yeah.
been saying like this is the best part of 2024. Like this is
Yeah.
it.
That's
I went to Italy. Yeah, this is cooler. No. So again, we started with first-person shooter, and then here we go with like that, right? So Drake shouts out Kendrick. Kendrick's answer is this: "After Big 3, it's just Big Me. Your best work is a light pack. Prince outlived Mike Jack. For all the dogs getting buried, that's okay with all these nines. He gonna see Pet Cemetery."
and that's what started it.
That's what like officially started this. He said, "Where there's no Big 3, it's just Big Me." You know, that's
And
what-
then J. Cole responded. J. Cole was just like
Yep.
he was just like I'm offended by that. And then Drake.
I never heard the J. Cole one. I don't think.
No.
J.
J.
Cole
Cole
didn't
dropped
say
out.
anything.
J. Cole dropped out.
He dropped 7-minute drill, dissing
Oh.
Kendrick.
like he dropped a song.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Long time ago.
Well, it was after
No, it
this.
had
and
to
then-
be.
It
yeah,
was
after this. Yeah.
I swear I saw like a.
I thought it was just a
like a couple months
response.
ago. I got my whole timeline.
Oh,
fucked
was
up.
it? Oh,
I-
did J. Cole snap back?
Yeah.
first?
Yeah. No. J. Cole apologized months ago. I thought a month
did.
ago. Like it was a while ago.
I-
J. Cole didn't want anything to do with it, and he's like, "That's against my moral or
I
He's like,
might be wrong.
against my energy or something like that."
Dude, it's so funny, especially.
The 7-minute drill came out April 5th.
Oh wow.
So like that came out first. Yeah, I was right.
So this But when did J. Cole?
Yeah, his
when-
response to Kendrick. So I was right. So let me keep this going here. So he takes that down, gets rid of 7-minute drill, apologizes. He gets out of all of this, right? Then we had after then we had now we're gonna fast forward to Drake's response, right? Drake comes back with push-ups, which I think is a banger. I be bumping that like at the gym. Gets me hype, you know. He just answers a lot of this stuff. I could never be nobody's number one fan. Your first number one, I had to put it in your hand, and that's a lot of Drake's bars. He's like, I made so many of you. Rick Ross, like, you're welcome for all the hits. Kendrick's had some hits with me, like.
He also
Poetic
called
justice.
out like a ton of rappers in that one.
Well, he
Like,
didn't
that
just
was,
call them out though. He responded. So Drake's whole take in this is that he never started none of this. He was only nice to Kendrick, and then Kendrick started it. All these rappers started taking sides against him. He only ever responded.
Isn't everybody against Drake though?
That's why he said it was this 20v1. So he takes shots at Kendrick. He says
This 20v1.
Kendrick says and take off Drake's chain. Drake says no, you will never take a chain off of us. How you big stepping with a size 7 men's on, calling him small. This the bark with the bite. Your whole career been shook up. There's some stuff about Top said drop give me 50, like some push-ups. Apparently, from what I've seen online, is that this was about Kendrick's record executive, a guy named Top, who I want to say he only gave him like, it was like 50 million or something to sign his record deal.
Oh
Drake-
yeah, he was
Drake
making
and-
fun of his
yeah.
record drill, and basically
Drake made 500 million. That's what he said in his own song.
He basically said that his record label took all his money. That's what this.
Yeah.
He was basically poking at
Mhm.
Kendrick, saying your record label took all
in
your
one
money.
of
from
Drake's
you."
earlier songs, he says 500 million just for Aubrey. He says and then I think in the other song he says 400 million. Like he says he made a lot of money to have this. His
Mhm.
music group is Universal.
And then he
Music
said
Group.
that's a low something for this. Like he's like,
yeah.
yeah, it was
I
crazy.
mean, he just your last one bricked, right? They make excuses for you because they hate to see me late. Pull the contract. The split is called how much goes to the rapper and how much goes to the label.
Mhm.
He said pull your contract. We got to see the split. The way you're doing splits, your pants might rip, right? Maroon 5 need a verse. Make it witty. You need a verse for the Swifties. I mean, he's like, oh, come on, write for everybody else. You need people to make you money. The Swifties, Maroon 5. Like, you ain't in no big. He calls them Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak, pipe down. You ain't in no big 3. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. All dudes too cool with Drake. Like your label boy, you in a scope right now. His label's called Interscope Records. Kendrick's says you in a scope. Like you're getting sniped. You're in a scope right now. We gonna feel the aftermath of what I write down. Calls himself Michael Jackson. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now. I'm at the top of a mountain. I had to hike down. Right. And he says, "What is this? A 20v1? What's a prince to a king? He a son." Right.
That's hard. That's hard.
He
to
says because
spell.
Prince. He calls himself Prince. Kendrick calls himself Prince. He says, "Well, who's the king? Who's the king of pop?" Right. That's what he's saying there. Who's the king of pop? Michael Jackson. I'm like, you're my son. Right. He says your manager was Chubb's blunt runner. Chubbs is Drake's head of security. You know, he takes shots at the Weeknd, and Weeknd came out and started talking to him. He mentions Whitney. That we'll get into that in later songs. Whitney is Kendrick's girlfriend. He says some pretty crazy things in here. Hits Rick Ross. I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Rick Ross used to be a cop. So I'm gonna take your girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky.
When you look into it, though, it's like he's lyrically like on that. stuff.
He's on point. I mean, he really is. Can't
He ain't
believe
dull,
he
that's
goes.
for
Can't
sure.
believe he jumping. Then he turned 50. You know, spend your little check you got and stay up on my business. Hit John Morant. He hits up John Morant in this because John Morant got mad at Drake because Drake went out with John Morant's girl or something, or his ex-girl. So he says, and the shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty. John Morant hits the gritty. We know why you mad. I ain't even tripping. All the little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches.
Wait, all right. So after
Mhm.
push-ups was brought out, it
Yeah.
then started. Would it be Euphoria?
Right. Then it was Euphoria.
Because I don't want to mess up your timeline, because I might be wrong.
No, that was.
Oh,
it was
type in the
Euphoria.
wrong thing.
Yeah. So then we get Euphoria. Kendrick responds with Euphoria, and there's a meaning behind that too. I can't remember.
The title you're talking?
Oh, this one says Lamar's official response to Drake's 2024 diss, Triss Tracks, push-ups, and tailor-made freestyle. I don't even know about tailor-made freestyle.
Well,
Well, it's a freestyle, so
Yeah, I don't even know.
Shit.
But then Kendrick comes back here, calling him a degenerate, you know,
Pathetic master
paranoid and now
manipulator.
spiraling. Yeah, you're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist, not master manipulator, right? Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I mean this was a longer song. It starts out a little weird, but then he gets really. That's why I think Drake made better songs.
Lyrically, I think Drake has it.
Kendrick said
And-
more straight. This is just taking shots at him.
Yeah.
They're not songs that can be
Oh,
played.
no, they're
party.
just straight up. This is like,
Yeah.
but the entire thing.
I mean, the one song I like is "Meet the Grams."
Yeah,
I like the beat to it.
I'd rather do that than let a Canadian dude make Pac turn in his grave. The braids. There's 3 goats left. And I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. There's some solid lines
Dude,
here.
literally, he popped so many jokes about
Yeah.
Drake's sexuality.
Yes, I'll say this is, wait,
No.
you heard that, right?
Metro,
What you just said?
Metros,
What?
Metro.
He said the 2 of them are kissing on stage or
Yeah,
something.
no, that's why he said that.
Yeah, but like, remember the stage video where Drake was kissing up on that one minor?
No,
on
yeah,
stage?
that wasn't what he was referring to, but this was the. I don't know. Was he kissing J. Cole or someone on stage?
What he did?
No,
No, it wasn't.
no,
They
it
never
wasn't
really
performed
meant
together.
Kiss. Yeah, I think they
Oh.
were just saying they're kissing, hugging on stage.
Just metaphorically.
Um,
But just
and this is where we get the good stuff. Hate the way you walk. Hate the way you talk. Hate the way you dress. Hate the way you sneak this. If I catch a flight, it's gonna be direct.
that got turned into a
Hate
TikTok
the girls
song,
you get
bro.
with. I'm what the culture feeling like. He says he's not black enough, right?
Oh, didn't he say something about him like owning slaves in the song? Was that this
I
song?
don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Because I know that Kendrick and a lot of these other rappers are saying that Drake's like not like them. Like he's trying to fit in. Like I know with one of his songs, I might be wrong. I don't know if it's this one exactly, but I know he said that you need to bring on more black people to feel more black or something like that. Like-
yeah, I haven't seen. I haven't gone into the Kendrick stuff too much, honestly. I'm seeing these lyrics for honestly like I heard the song, but that was it.
I remember seeing
Yeah,
a
I was just like listening to it. I was like,
Yeah, the
There-
Drake ones I got more into because
Yeah.
I'm a Drake fan, but I never.
There's a
Mhm.
Drake fan that was listening to the Kendrick diss tracks and he started crying on stream. Because
Yeah.
like think about it when he put out like that or no, what was the one with the cover of the house?
Not like us.
Not Like Us.
Mhm.
And then Drake was cooking up a response, but he was waiting for the next day to play it.
Right.
Yeah, that because that fan was waiting for Drake to drop.
So then we get Lamar's follow up. He hits another one, right? 616 in L.A. Right, which is they say it's a little poking fun here. Drake has his songs. I mentioned timestamps like 6 p.m. in New York, 8 a.m. in Charlotte, 4 p.m. in Calabasas, you know, and then Kendrick hits 616 in L.A. And then this is where he hints at like I got a mole. He's trying to bury him right now. You ever thought that OVO was working for me? Fake bully. I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Right? So he's saying I got moles, right? Then Drake hits him with Family Matters. And he's like, dude, you thought you had moles. You don't, right? You just, you know. So what's Family Yeah, okay, so we'll go Family Matters quick and then we'll go Meet the Grams. Or no, yeah, he was in the most recent one, the heart part 6. Is when he says you thought you had moles, excuse me.
Yeah.
Family Matters lyrics.
Like this is like we're literally watching history unfold.
It is wild. You know, and then
It's so cool.
it really is, man. So he comes back with Family Matters and just again hits a lot of the same stuff. He denies a lot of the stuff. Let me see what else here. Yeah, and there's a lot about Kendrick's girlfriend. You know, there's rumors that she got with this other guy, Dave Free, which he talked about in the other song. You know, the one that just came out.
You literally made it the picture to the
Wait.
background. of the
Yeah,
video.
he liked
It
the
was just the
comment.
Dave
Yeah,
Free.
no.
Like,
Didn't he
comment.
say like with the David Free praise like David Free like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then and in Lamar's song, Kendrick Lamar, there was a part where he's like, I'm pretty sure I don't know if this is true,
It was
but
the-
like
it was
A
the-
minor.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that was like do you think that was intentional?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yes,
hard
of
to
course.
say.
Every lyric.
Yeah,
in each
no,
song
No,
is
no, no, no. I know
intentional,
it's an
but-
intentional thing, but I saw on Twitter
you
someone
asking?
called that. Someone called that lyric in that, and someone
Wow.
said Twitter's literally Lamar's ghostwriter.
He might be taking lyrics off of Twitter. We
Bro,
don't even know at this
probably.
point.
I have to show you. It's
You know,
so fucking funny.
he says K Dot is only hitting hard when Baby Keem put his pen to it. pen to it because family ties. You know, he's, yeah. So then there's 3 parts of it, yeah. But there's a long song, but we don't have to get into every specific lyric here. But he just responds again, you know, mentions all the other rumors about Drake videos being leaked and the girls and the family life and the women and the children. Like it starts to get really ugly, you know. Early on, it was just little disses here and there. First person shooter mentioned like that, few lines, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was just straight. It just got ugly, and then this is when it got really, really ugly. Meet the Grams,
Dude, that was so bad.
and you know why it's the Grams? Because Drake's last name is
Yeah,
Graham.
yeah, I knew that.
You
I knew
know,
that. It started off with
I'm s-
addressing
yeah.
his son.
Read that one for me, bro.
Says, "Dear Adonis, I'm sorry for that man. Is your father? Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive." That first line was fucking hard. Like when you sit there and this was like,
I look at him and wish your grandpa wore a condom. It's crazy.
Yeah. Dude, I saw a video on TikTok. It literally showed like Drake's son going into his bedroom, and all you hear is that song start to play.
yeah, no, someone said,
How'd they get there?
no, someone said that when Adonis gets grounded, he's gonna have to listen to this.
Yeah, you just go to his room and just play
Who's taking care of him, bro? But yeah, so he just comes at his whole family here.
Yeah, no, it starts with his son Adonis, then it goes to
His
Sandra.
mother, Sandra.
Yeah, and then after Sandra, who does it go to?
Plug Sandra's Rose by Drake. Great song on the Scorpion album. Then it goes to Sandra. Then it goes to Baby Girl. So now this is where Drake claims that he gave him. In the next song, The Hard Part 6, Drake says, "I gave you this whole fake story. I didn't give you a name. That's why you had no name. I just gave you exactly what you wanted here about an 11-year-old girl that I claim to have."
I swear there was a name that he said.
You just looked up. You couldn't find it. I mean,
No.
You probably heard
scroll
it
down
on
a little bit.
TikTok. I'm not gonna.
there's also, I mean, there's a lot of people saying stuff. You got to be. You know,
No, like looks
You're right, we can't take everything these guys say for
lyrics, bro. Like that's what we got.
Sorry that your father not active in your world. He don't commit to much but his music, that's for sure. Narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs.
There's probably people that Drake paid to
Says he's
hush money,
popping
bro.
perks.
I
says
doubt.
he's-
I believe that.
Money's always been an illusion, you know. Just calls him a deadbeat, right? That should never say more life. That's crazy. Finally, Dear Aubrey. He says, it's just funny, but truthfully, I don't have a hating bone in my body. A little odd considering that he's making diss tracks and hating on his entire life.
Yeah, since 2000.
Well, it's you know, it's really
11.
since
The
recently.
thing
but
that I like, it's just Kendrick's voice when he was singing this. It's just like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like you're hooked. You know what I mean? Like people, it's either you like his voice or you don't.
yeah, I mean,
But
I've come
you're a Drake
around
fan,
to
so
it.
like talking to you about this,
I like Kendrick though. Don't think just because I hate I like the battle. Honestly, the only people that win are the fans and all this. I mean, we get good music, and I like Kendrick. So I love his 2017 album. I didn't listen to his new one, but he's had a lot of hits throughout the years, and I respect him as an artist and a person and a poet.
Mhm.
And he's he won the Pulitzer Prize for a reason there. I mean, dude's got a lot of talent. He's done a great job. I mean, I think he is one of the big 3 probably. Not one of my personal favorites, but I think he's legit one of the biggest names in music.
yeah.
So I got no, you know, I didn't have a problem with him, and I really don't care that much now. I get it, these rappers are getting to beef here, but saying you got gambling problems, drinking problems, pill popping and spending problems, bad with money, whorehouse. I mean, some legit stuff here. You know, just coming at Drake pretty hard. You lied about your son, you lied about your daughter, you lied about them kids, lied about being the only artist that can offer you some help. You know, this is a long life battle with yourself.
That line, it's a long life battle with yourself,
Right.
was like,
Then we get to Drake's response, the heart.
And this was yesterday.
this was
It
yesterday.
was last night, I believe, right?
Yeah, last night, 11
No.
something.
No, so to end this off, here's our last song. Just came out last night. The Hard Part 6, and Drake's. This song was pretty hard. I mean, Drake's Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your lines tapped and dialed in. First, I was a rat. Where's the proof of the trial? Then, you know, where's the paperwork? He's basically saying, yeah, you could say all this stuff you want about me. You got no proof. You got no evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Did I go to trial? Have I testified for any of this stuff? Have I actually been subpoenaed? Where are there charges? I mean, show me some evidence. You're just chatting, making this stuff up.
Okay.
The daughter.
I need to say something. When there was something about
There's also like protect your daughter. Like,
yeah.
if you bring your family around, protect your
no,
daughter.
that was from
Drake.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
That was Kendrick
Yeah.
saying that.
But like, he's also refuting like, where's the court case?
Yeah. Well, no. So
Like,
in this,
There's so
he
much.
said, "I never looked twice at a minor." And
That's Drake's answer. It's like, yeah, it's just not.
well, no, and then on
That
Twitter
minor scene's
they put
crazy.
they put like the lyrics of his song in there. Like I've never looked at Twice at a minor. It showed like the receipts of all the times he was like
Yeah.
he looked at a minor.
So he says, we plotted for a week, then we fed you information. A daughter that's 11 years old. I bet he takes it. He took it. We thought about giving him a fake name or a destination, but you're so thirsty, you're not concerned with investigation. You know,
Lyrically, bro, fucking
you gotta learn to fact check and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, think this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes, the medication, the Maybach glove, and the drug for less inflation. That was when I believe Kendrick's people, don't quote me on it, but they stole some things from Drake's dad and posted on it. And Drake's like, yeah, that's all cute. Master
Wait, they
manipulator.
posted? I thought that was all generated.
No, I think
No.
I mean, I think
The pills and everything.
yeah.
No way.
But the pills weren't what you thought. They're different.
From what I saw online, it's a fat. I'm not an expert on the drug, but I think it's just a fat loss drug. And then he said Rick Ross is the one using Ozempic, actually.
No, but like, okay. Think about all this though. Like this cover photo. Isn't like there's so much meaning behind that. It got taken off Apple Music because you can't post other people's property like that.
Mm.
And everybody was saying that Drake like was putting people to tell him to take it down or something because he couldn't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's a lie. There's so much lies going around about this, but like, do you know what any like the meaning behind any of this? Like the pills, you know. Meet
Yeah,
the
I don't
Grams.
know. No one really knows. I mean, it was a Maybach
this is-
glove. It was.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking with the dog on the leash because he's saying that like Drake's Kendrick's dog, and he has him on a leash. That's what
Mhm.
that's what people were saying. And then I don't know what the Maybach glove is. Cause did what's his face wear one glove? Didn't
Michael
he?
Jackson.
Yeah, didn't he just wear one glove? But it was
Yeah,
white.
but apparently he took this from Drake's dad, so I don't really know.
I really did not think they took this.
I mean, didn't they? It was just I don't know. It's all rumors, but
Yeah, honestly, this
apparently
whole
Kendrick
thing's-
took that stuff from. I don't know where where they've gotten it.
This is a better photo. Popular jewelry. Like, how do you get that shit? That is
Dude, when
so
you have
weird to me.
that much money, name something you
He
can't
stole
get.
it from his dad. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right, but
that's
kind-
the end of the rap
yeah,
battle, right? That's the end of the
that's-
diss track, or
as-
not,
as-
or we
or-
don't
or
know.
not, or
Maybe it'll be
not.
revived in a week or not, but
bro, if there's another diss track, he has to come back on.
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, but
But
yeah, it's been real.
thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and let us know how you guys like Mike.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Give me a shout. Give me a holler in the comments. Let him
Yeah.
know. Tell him to have me back on here. All right.
Tell him if he's a true Italian man or not. I mean,
Lived there for long enough. I think they'll accept me. You know.
he wishes, bro. He wishes.
Ciao.
All right, catch you next.